I want the community to continue on. I want it to persist. I want it to grow. It's really funny because, people ask me all the time, like, what do you think about all these other Black nerd events that are starting to pop up, small ones and not so small ones, and, that sort of thing. And I'm just like, it's all a win. This isn't competition. People go to as many cons as there are on the calendar if they can afford it, right? Yeah. And if there's a con for Black nerds by name or in spirit in Texas or in Chicago or in New York, these are all things that grow and solidify the community, and then everybody benefits. We're not done growing the community. You are in the STEM fields, right? That's where you work, right? There are so many Black nerds working in STEM fields that don't go to cons and don't wear cosplay and don't play Dungeons and Dragons or do, wear, Dragon Ball shirts when they go grocery shopping. It's very personal in their basement with that one TV that their wife or their parents or whoever they're living with don't bother, where they play their games and there's a very one-on-one relationship with their nerdness. I want to bring that guy out. I want to bring that lady out and have them come and join the community. So there's a mission involved,
Absolutely.
And so that's what we got to do.
Speaking of, I actually brought my wife to BlerDCon, and she is not a con goer. She's not a con goer. She is not into anime nor video games, and she had a fantastic time. She actually spoke with Rachel True, fell in love with her, binged Half and Half, and rewatched Craft. And was wondering if there's any way that we can reach out to her and get an autograph. So I just want to say that. Just so that she knows, you know what I'm saying? Just so that, she knows that I tried. I need her to know.
Man, yeah, it was, listen, there are so many of us and so many opportunities that we are able to either take advantage of or create. We have so many unsung heroes in the community. We have so many unsung heroes that are in Hollywood and, in the comic book realm, who are creators of video games and writers of graphic novels and fiction novels and stuff that people don't know about. I hearken back to my boy, who his name is Brian Newton, and this was our year one convention, and he was the director, right? The director of The Adventures of Rick and Morty seasons 1 and 2. And he's Black, right?
That's what's up.
And I just literally tripped and discovered him because I bought the DVD and I bought the Blu-ray. That's how much of a Rick and Morty fan is. I bought a Blu-ray of the cartoon. Anyway, right? So 180 DP is not enough for me with my hand-drawn cartoon.
Your hand-drawn.
But there were extras on the Blu-ray, and they had a little profile of him, and I freeze framed it, and I looked him up, and I found him on Facebook, and I friend requested and messaged him right there. I'm still in my bathrobe watching this on a Sunday, hitting him up in California, and he hit me back like 20 minutes later. And this is a guy who's on the behind the scenes for at the time was the greatest and most successful animated show on television.
Yep.
He had never been asked to go to a convention and speak for any reason.
Really?
He didn't have an agent. He didn't have a contract. He didn't have any terms. Crazy. I was negotiating with him on coming out, and he said, sure, I'd love to come out. And then I started trying to talk particulars, and he was done with yes. It was really, he really didn't have a rider, like what kind of flight, and my hotel has to be this, and I get a per diem, and all. He was just like, look, just send me a ticket and give me a room, man. I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have there's nothing, I've worked with artists before. They're like, I want all the green M&Ms taken out of the bag.
Yeah.
If I see one green M&M, I'm going to lose my shit. There's some artists that are like that. And I'm waiting for him to give me his terms. And he's like, I've never been invited to a convention before. And I'm just like blowing my mind, how could that even be possible? Right? And so he comes to BlerDCon and he won't do the star thing. We're trying to treat him like a guest and give him a backdrop and set him behind a table and get people lined up to get autographs. He's like, I don't want any of that. They paid me to do the job. I don't deserve any of this. And every time I would catch him hanging out at the bar, I would be like, you know who you're talking to? Yeah, I met Brian. He's a cool guy, you know, da da da. Like, this is the director of The Adventures of Rick and Morty. And they'd be like, like,
yeah.
What?
Like, oh my
God. So
God.
there's so many of us out here that are on every level of the geekdom that a con like us get a chance to put out there and connect with. And it's just like, it's a real privilege and an honor.
Hey guys, check out Co-Play Media on Spotify and DC Radio 96.3 HD4 on Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. for all your anime talk, video games, and everything important to the Black nerd community.
And don't forget to check out our website and our YouTube channel for the special guest interviews with some of your favorite anime voice actors in anime.
Get you some real talk, get you some information to the streets.
No crazy feedback.
No craziness.